Hey, this is Josh, and I'm back with another book review. I read a book last night. Very, very simple, very, very short. I told you this was like the 1 hour book reviews. Like I spend 1 hour with a book. This time I probably spent 1 hour and completely read the entire book cover to cover. It wasn't like this my ADD book reads where I read a portion of the book or I skip around. This one, pretty easy to read the entire book in an hour or less. The book is called QBQ, The Question Behind the Question, What to Really Ask Yourself to Eliminate Blame, Complaining, and Procrastination. John G. Miller. Not sure why I picked this book up or why I chose to read this one last night, but it just looked like an easy read and it was entertaining, and so that's what I did. Sat in the hot tub a little bit, read a book, and I want to tell you about it. There's some good stuff here. In chapter 2, called Making Better Choices, we read, each day as we journey into the unexplored wilds of our personal and professional lives, we have countless choices to make. And what are we choosing? Not our next action, but our next thought. Choose the wrong thought and we're off in the emotional goat heads of blame, complaining, and procrastination. But the right thoughts lead us to a richer, more fulfilling life and the feelings of pride and accomplishment that come from making productive decisions. We always have a choice. Even if we decide to do nothing, that's a choice. We're deciding not to do anything. The question behind the question. Here's a different little section I'm reading on page 17. It says, now let's talk about the tool that brings personal accountability to life. The QBQ, the question behind the question, is built on the observation that our first reactions are often negative, bringing to mind incorrect questions, IQs, incorrect questions. But if in each moment of decision we can instead discipline our thoughts to look behind those initial questions and ask better ones, QBQs, the question behind the question, the questions themselves will lead to better results. I think it's really true. I mean, the question behind the question is all about asking, I didn't mark where to read this in the page, but it's how or what questions that include the word I. How can I move forward? How can I solve this? How can I help? How or why? Anyway, how questions that involve me and action. How me action. How I action. How can I accomplish this? Most of us have heard. Here's another. This is from page 11, chapter 11, page 39. Hitting targets, reaching goals, doing the job well, and making a difference with what we already have. What we already have is the QBQ Way. Every organization has imperfect systems and finite resources. We may wish we had newer tools, better systems, more people, and bigger budgets, but thinking too much about what we'd like to have is another cause of procrastination. When are we going to hear something new? Here's another little section. It says sales can be a difficult profession, but it's not complicated. If salespeople consistently practice the fundamentals, getting up early, contacting prospective clients, sharing their belief in the value of their products and services, following up, they'll be successful. Man, it's so true. Today, over the last couple of days, I've been trying to get a quote for something that I need to purchase from a salesperson. And a salesperson has done some work. They took some time to send me a sample, but now I've been asking for a quote for 3 days and they're not getting back to me. They may be on vacation, but if they're on vacation, they did a poor job of putting an automatic reply in their email to say, hey, I'll be back next week, or something like that. What has happened in the meantime is I got a quote from a different partner, a different vendor, and going to end up going a different direction. So this salesperson's losing the job because he's just not following up. It's just the simple things. Just do what you need to. There's another chapter in here called it's chapter 16. It's called Beat the Ref, and he talks about not making excuses. Don't make excuses in a game or in life or in whatever scenario it is. I think he's talking about how his father was a wrestling coach, and as a wrestler, sometimes you have to beat your opponent, you beat yourself, and you have to beat the ref. I want to read you this one last quote, and I'll be done. Here's a QBQ twist for all of us. Question behind the question twist for all of us. Here's the prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the people I cannot change, the courage to change the one I can, that's me, and the wisdom to know it's me. Would I recommend QBQ? Yeah, if you want to pick up a book and read it in an hour and enjoy something, and just kind of remind yourself how to keep moving forward and what to do, and some good questions to ask yourself. Yeah, I would recommend it. John G. Miller, QBQ. Check it out.